West Ham United earn a hard-earned point at the London Stadium as we hold Chelsea to a 1-1 draw. Reaction is coming up next right here on West Ham Unofficial. So there we go then. West Ham 1, Chelsea 1, finished at London Stadium. Well, what a game. Plenty to get through, plenty of VAR decisions to judge right or wrong. Ollie joins me for the match reaction. Ollie, how are you?
Yeah, good, Jake. Thank you. You right?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too
good,
bad
man.
At all. Happy with the point. Get all your thoughts into the comment section down below as the game has just finished over in East London. Well, where do I start then? Didn't start off particularly well. I thought West Ham, we let them sort of do what they liked early on, and they got a goal to sort of stand for it after some VAR decisions as well. They could at one point have been 3-0 up inside, was it 22 minutes? I think it was in the end. So, the right decisions were made, but inside 20 minutes, they could have been 3-0 up, 2 offside, disallowed goals. So we went down 1-0 and then we came back. Emerson, who else, former Chelsea man, gets on the score sheet just before the half an hour mark to make it 1-1. And I thought, that last sort of 10 minutes from the 20th minute onwards, I thought we looked a little bit better and we went in half time at 1-1. Ollie, I think both sides won't, I think Chelsea will be the more disappointed side out of the two, but I think it could be a fair result. There's plenty more decisions to discuss, but 1-1 thoughts?
Yeah, not quite as I predicted. I thought West Ham would, sneak the win, but I mean, it's still a very, very good point against Chelsea. Like we discussed earlier, they on their day they're a very, very, very strong team with much better stronger players.
Yeah.
So I think Chelsea will be the more disappointed team than West Ham. I think West Ham should be the happier of the two. So I still think that's a very good earned point for West Ham in the end, really. So shouldn't be too disappointed. Just hope Liverpool thrash Everton on Monday night to make it a bit clearer for you on the bottom three.
Full-time 1-1 indeed. Thought Emerson was good today, against his former club. I thought he's really solid, a few good tackles. Of course, got that goal as well. Luke, hope you are well, mate. George says, another Borg-like performance, take a hit early and adapted shows. We really got out there and we just couldn't get hold of the ball early on, and then we took the hit, as you said, Trosh, and then we looked a little bit better for those sort of last 20 minutes of that first half. I thought we just need to get into games and start them quicker, and then we won't put ourselves straight on to the back foot. Luke says, top ref and hats off to the VAR lads. We'll get onto that a little bit later on. Mr. Terry Newsham, hope you're well, sir. Including Luke this time, indeed. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Alan says, a good result. There is other Paqueta and a good injury. Chilwell throws himself on the floor. Yeah. We will get onto those injuries as well. Not looking good at all. Neil says probably our best player in terms of Emerson there. I think, I thought Emerson played really well. Before we carry on, I'd like to take your attention to our sponsors throughout February and March. It's Manscaped. Check them out. Link is in the description down below. Use the discount code West Ham Official 20 at checkout for 20% off plus free shipping on products like the Lawnmower 4.0, which you can use for below the waist grooming, and all of those stuff and information is on their website. West Ham Official 20 at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. Luke says happy with the point. See if we can shank a point versus Spurs. Exactly. We've got two points now away from home at Newcastle, at home at Chelsea, which I think most people would have taken. 2 draws against those sides into the second half. I don't know if you've seen any of the decisions, Ollie, but obviously the main one. The main one was that offside goal. West Ham. Rice was just marginally offside, and to be fair, he was offside in the end. That was the right decision. And then the big Souček one, where the shot, to be fair, did look like it was on target, and Now it's whether Souček's arm is in a natural position or not is whether I've judged that. I believe that's probably why VAR have allowed it and not given a penalty, because his arm's probably in a natural position, but it does look like he saves it from it going on target. So let's call that payback for September, shall we? But VAR have plenty to do today, Ollie, and it's ended 1-1.
Yeah. I think West Ham should be happy, really, definitely. Chelsea, I think they are the more team under pressure to get 3 points with all the money they've spent. So you've dug out, really. You've dug in, got a good win, good point. So yeah, well done. Move on to Spurs.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to get that. Just got to get into that Spurs game and start it a bit quicker, because when we went to their place last season, we went on a back foot again early on and we conceded a couple inside 20 there. So we just can't be doing that again. 2 points from 2 tricky encounters. Good darts from the mighty Irons. Good to get it. Good to get those points as well. Potter's getting dogs abuse on the Chelsea channels, is he? Well, there was plenty to discuss. James pushed right into the box as the free kick was taken. See, that was that push, and it was offside in the end, but Chilwell was getting close and very, very marginal there. I think both sides had a sort of element of luck with it, and there was we had a bit of luck for the Souček one, I thought, and them being offside for 2 of the disallowed goals in the first half, and they got that bit of luck for that marginally offside one as well. So obviously there's plenty going on, Ollie.
So what was the game actually like then, Jake? Was it like scrappy or was it quite entertaining?
Chelsea had the best of it, I'd say, quite clearly, like possession wise, but chances, we are proven as a counter-attacking side. We didn't really look like we knew how to counter-attack today, and we did have some chances in there. They sort of dominated it, but I don't know, with the amount of VAR decisions, I don't know whether it was a fair result or not. They had 2 disallowed, we had 1. They had a dodgy penalty not given, so there was plenty of things I was taking into consideration. I thought, which added up to a London derby.
Yeah, that's just the thing. And I think the VAR, I think sometimes you win some, you lose some, don't you, on it? It's just what it is. It's the same for all teams. You also win and lose. But it looks like a good London derby, really, doesn't it? You got a good point out of it. So heads up and onwards, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Go on to Spurs next week. Right, a few individual performances I want to discuss. Then Johnson is one of them. Came on, did really, really well. Johnson was a rock. He played like prime Bonner for 10 minutes, and overall, just to sort of round up on like sort of the team's performance, I thought, especially in the first half, sort of the shape we played and the way we played, they were pinging through balls through, and especially with those 2 disallowed goals, it looks really easy to expose us and get into us, which is obviously not the objective. What they always want, we're playing 3 centre halves, so that's why we looked a little bit sloppy and lackluster in that sense. Troyes has hit. Aguerd was poor. I really don't think he was very good today. He gave it away a lot. His second balls were he wasn't winning, a few poor headers, and he did look a little bit sloppy and all over the place. He seems to have lost his composure for some reason. He did today. He did, I agree. And that sort of whole shape just looked and didn't work against the Chelsea side that were just pinging through balls through. And in the first half especially, we're looking really, really dangerous. In terms of the injuries, that is not good news at all, is it? Aguerd and Paqueta down injured. Paqueta with his shoulder injury, which he kept on playing, God knows why. So that'll put him out for some time. I expect a shoulder injury, and Aguerd as well. Looks like he's pulled a groin or a hamstring. So that's never positive news. Or 2 of our best players picked up injuries today.
What about Danny Ings? Did Danny Ings have a run out or not?
Yeah. He came on about half hour ago. Didn't really do too much.
Didn't impact. Oh, never mind.
I think the issue with Ings is he prefers to play as a sort of 2-man striker force up front, and he's playing as a lone striker up there, which is just not working because it's not playing to his strengths.
That's true. Yeah. He was when he was at Burnley. He was with 2, wasn't he? That's when he was at his strongest at Burnley. Before he went to Liverpool years ago. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Moyes needs to change that. Yeah.
I thought there were some, really, really positive things to take out of it today. Vladimir Coufal down that right hand side, I thought was excellent. Certainly getting back to his best. Chelsea will definitely be the more disappointed of the sides, and And first off, I thought they played really, really well. They were looking dangerous. They were looking like they were, working together really well. Second half, didn't quite see that same level of intensity for him, and a few players like João Felix and Mudryk before he came off sort of vanished into thin air, which I thought was quite interesting. They didn't really have the same impact in the second half as they did in the first, which is an interesting thing to take on in terms of Chelsea, Ollie.
Yeah, what did Enzo play at all?
He did. Jermaine Genius gave him man of the match. I'm not sure why. He didn't really do anything special for me. I thought he was okay. Didn't make any blinding errors, but yeah, I wouldn't have picked him out as £120 million player, if that makes sense.
What bloody hell, is that much he cost? 120. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Did Rice play well in midfield? Did he have a good game?
Rice was a bit sloppy today. Put your thoughts in the comments and live chat of Rice today. I thought he sort of headers away and a few passes that he gave straight back to Chelsea, which I thought he had an average game. For Rice, he wasn't awful, but a couple of just stray passes that you don't usually see from him. Last weekend I thought he was excellent away to Newcastle and just didn't quite reach that level. For me, he wasn't great. Troy agrees. It says there Rice wasn't great. Soufal getting back. Where is it? Soufal getting back to his old self the last few games. Soufal, Bowen, Antonio, all good. Bowen was okay. I'd agree with Antonio. I thought Antonio played well. Yeah, don't know why he got subbed off. I would have sort of left it as it was for a little bit longer in that sense. But in the end, he brought Downs on. It was a bit of a strange system change. I'm still not quite sure what happened. Whether Moyes intended it to be Bowen and Ings as a two-man up top force. Nothing really seemed to work after those two subs were made. But we did get that goal opportunity, and in the end, you've got to put it down to, all things said and done, just a couple of millimetres stopped us from getting that goal towards the end and winning it 2-1. They could have had 2 goals, but they were clearly offside. It was just very, very close there for that one, which was unlucky. But we did manage to hold on at the end and get the point, Ollie, which is the main thing.
So you did. Yeah, done really, really, really well. Especially coming up against those, those multi-million-pound players, you've done really well. I think should be very happy with the result. I thought you were going to win it, but not far off. 1-0's not far. It's a good result. Should be happy with that.
Wow. I certainly thought we were going to win it when that ball hit the back of the net. But yeah, it wasn't to be. So Chelsea fans, you can moan about that. Do check one all you like, but call it payback for Mendy. And that's exactly what it is. Payback from September, and just take it. Thank you very much. I think we'll leave the review there. Some final thoughts, Ollie?
Great result for West Ham. Not so happy for Chelsea, but well done. Well done, the Hammers, and onwards and upwards. Bring on the Spurs, isn't it?
Yeah. What did you think of the sort of position this leaves Potter in now? Because it doesn't really do Potter any favours, does it?
No, I think he's going to be under pressure personally come the end of the season. I don't like it. I don't think managers get enough time these days. It takes time to gel, the right people together. Every player's got different ideas, ways of thinking. They've got to work together as a team. I think sometimes they need longer. Chelsea, especially Chelsea, don't give that, do they? They're the worst for it, chopping managers. He's going to be under pressure now, big time, I think.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see. In that sense, both Rice and Gerbil poor today. Yeah, I thought they definitely weren't near their best. Souček would make a decent keeper, I reckon. Tall enough. It was a great save. It was. So yeah, final thoughts from me. A point on the board. If you want to moan about VAR, just go back and look at it in September. That's all I'm going to say. Payback is what it is. A point. West Ham will certainly be the more happier of the two sides. As West Ham won, it's Chelsea won, and we now move on after two points from 2 games against 2 very good sides in Newcastle and Chelsea. As we move on to Spurs next weekend, that'll be interesting. But we'll have some content coming out off the back of these games very, very shortly up on the channel. So we're up to 15th, I think now. Up to 15th, and yeah, we've got to put on the board. We haven't got a weekend without picking up anything, so that's good. Pressure's now on the other teams, and it's 1:15 a.m. on a Sunday morning over in Australia for Neil. Top effort. Very, very good indeed from us. Come on, you irons. Good luck on Monday night, Ollie. Thank you very much indeed.
Cheers, Dave. Nice seeing you again, mate. Take care.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. Cheers, guys, and bye-bye.